The anti-abortion movement has promised us for so long that this is not about punishing women or people who can get pregnant. This isn't about that at all. They treat those people as sort of like a weird accomplice to the real crime, which is the doctor. And the reason that they use that as their narrative is if they actively go around talking about throwing people in jail for having an abortion, that's not gonna be popular. And they're already not popular for their position on abortion. Look at how when Donald Trump implied that there has to be a punishment for the women, how bad that was for him. So they've assured us of that, but is that actually how it's gonna go? That's not even how it's going right now. Right now in Nebraska, there's this woman in Norfolk who is facing 5 criminal charges, 3 of them being felonies, alleging that she helped her teenage daughter abort, burn, and bury her fetus earlier this year. Jessica Burgess pleaded not guilty and is awaiting trial right now. Her then 17-year-old daughter, Celeste, who is being tried as an adult, also pleaded not guilty to 3 charges, with one of those being a felony. So as of right now, Nebraska outlaws abortion beyond 20 weeks. That's just a date that they decided, not based on anything. That's the date that they decided that they would have it. On Monday, by the way, Republican lawmakers in the state failed to secure enough votes to decrease that window down to 12. So they weren't able to get to 12, maybe they can do 16 or 14, I don't know. If they could get it down to 0, they would. It's just that people don't agree with their position on this. But that didn't stop them from levying these charges. Now, initially, the pair were given citations for concealing another person's death and false reporting. But this is where it gets really dystopian. Investigators issued a search warrant to search Burgess and her daughter's Facebook accounts. There, because they got the information from Facebook, detectives found messages that suggested that Burgess had bought abortion pills for her daughter and instructed her on how to take them. Authorities then charged her with additional felonies for performing or attempting an abortion on a pregnancy that is past 20 weeks and for performing an abortion as a non-licensed doctor. So those things are crimes because they made them crimes. They set that date, and because it's illegal, they also couldn't get a doctor to do it. I doubt this was their hobby. This is what they're into. They were, from their point of view, forced into this by the fact that the law didn't respect their own control over their bodies. And so, look, there are issues certainly here with Republicans, with the anti-abortion movement, their willingness to potentially throw people in jail for trying to exercise what should be their rights. But there's also issues here with Facebook. And they've made big claims recently. Actually, just a month ago, Mark Zuckerberg was asked by employees how the company is gonna protect those seeking abortions. And he's like, oh, don't worry about it. We got like encryption and people are gonna be safe. Well, that's already not even true. God only knows after they've received some pressure from Republicans or whatever, JR. It's already now, if you've been messaging about this, or I don't know, maybe your Google search history, if you're looking for information. I don't know, did you post a TikTok? What are they gonna be able to use to throw you in prison?
I want you to think about also the time, energy, and effort that they have to go through this entire thing to then search out everyone that they can. Go through all of your messages that they got from some of these social media companies, the tracking that goes through this. All the things that people have been talking about when they didn't figure exactly what potentially the crime is that certain local law officials and authorities may come after you for. That's just what it looks like it's what it's generating and turning into here. So now we got folks that are chasing down a teenager who, with her mother, I thought there's this whole thing, parental rights, and parents get to talk to their parents and make these decisions whatever they want. Ron DeSantis down in Florida is legislating consistently off of that. Unless it's a parent that you disagree with as a Republican, as a conservative in the country, then F that parent has no rights. That parent doesn't get to talk to their kid about anything. That parent doesn't get to protect their kid. In fact, we have your kid. Is that something that Republicans are in support of, these conservatives? Is that something they're all talking about? No, we control your life because of our religion and our belief systems. We get to tell you what to do, implement these laws, and then violate your rights and go through all of these to get Facebook and Meta to send us your information. Think you're not gonna do it for other things? You're mistaking yourself, because before they did it for this, I'm sure you said they wouldn't do it for this. Well, they just did.
100%. No, if you want parental rights, you can have it to like shield your kid from learning that slavery happened, or that if it happened, it was bad. And that's pretty much where your rights end. Oh no, Also, the complete denial of rejection of the fact that the LGBTQ community exists. You can also have the right to shield them from accurate, honest, true information. But if it comes to their identity, their control of their own body, you don't get to be involved in that. That's up to the state. Big Brother will decide for you. So I guess it's still a family thing. The Big Brother is involved, but you don't get to be involved. That's how your rights work under the Republicans. And apparently under Mark Zuckerberg, by the way. Like, this story needs to be a national story for a lot of different reasons. Certainly because of the ongoing debate about the state of these rights following the destruction of Roe v. Wade, but also, like, we cannot miss an opportunity to put pressure on big tech to be even slightly less enthusiastically evil than they're being. So hopefully people pay attention for that reason as well.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.